Hi and welcome to Talking Sense. I'm starting the video with my mask on just to help reinforce. Hopefully, if we can do more of this, if everyone can really follow up, if everyone can get involved, I think we can get through this much better and save more lives. But I'll remove it. I'll move it now because in this room, it's just two of us. Steve is right behind the camera. There's a good enough distance between us and we won't be here for long. So I want to talk about this new normal in Talking Sense. And it's important to understand the effect on our lives that COVID-19 has brought and how we can begin to adjust. We were just having a discussion before this, how even your week doesn't seem the same. We're shooting this on a Thursday. Listen, I know you know we don't do it live and whatever. So we're shooting this on a Thursday and I've just come from a church service. So for all my life, I've known church to be on Sunday, but because we need to have the service ready, cut, edited, it looks good to stream to people online, we have to do it on Thursday. So that's just weird. I mean, it's just like your mind is different. You know that your mind gets set to certain norms and those norms have changed. That's why we're talking about what is the new normal. We have to address then, what does that mean for your personal finance? And I know he hates this, but I'm going to have to talk about Steve, who's behind the camera. And Steve has adjusted his life in a way that I had not thought about before. So he lives about, 20 kilometers or so from the office. And he said, hey, you know what? I'm not there as often, but if I have to go to the office, it means I have to get into a matatu, which means I have to be around people. There's not enough distance in there. And then because I'm not able to move around as freely as I want to with public transport, then I'm getting stuck. And so Steve said, how do I get around and not be bothered by this COVID-19? Steve has bought a bike. So he actually took some cash out and invested in a bicycle, not a motorbike, a bicycle, which means now he's getting in exercise, fresh air, time on the road, time to think, time to get out of your own thoughts in the house, at the same time saving some money. Because overall this period of time, because we don't know, in fact, we're pretty sure this will be at least for the rest of this year, that we'll have some kind of restriction on movement, some kind of restriction on various things. So that's another 6 months that we're talking about. For that 6-month period, you can imagine the fare to and from will pay for the bike and possibly even begin to put some more cash in his pocket. So sometimes we think about our personal finance and our investment in a very different way. We think about it on how can we make money versus how can we actually be able to save money and become more frugal with what we have. But that is also not just about restricting yourself, but also about being creative with what you're doing. How is your life changing during COVID-19? Let's have a discussion in the chat box below. Why don't you let us know what adjustments have you made that have a financial effect? And so I'm encouraging you and Steve, even behind the camera, that the money that he's able to save from the travel that he's been making, maybe is an opportunity to put that into an investment. Why not begin to think, hey, the market is a little bit depressed at this time. Good time to buy shares. Let's see what you come up with. Let's talk in the chat box down below and we'll talk next week. Thanks.